right, guys. So, talk a little bit about sticks, which is nothing new, guys. There's nothing really new under the sun, especially when it comes to martial arts and training and making sure that you're able to protect yourself, make sure you're able to protect your family. There's only a few things you guys really need to know. Um, if you can learn just the basics of self-defense, it's not called self-offense for a reason. It's called self-defense, which means protecting yourself, protecting your family from harm, right? So you don't need much. You may need like maybe what your knees, fists, maybe if necessary. Although that really should be almost your last resort. Elbows. So what are the hardest points that you have on your body? Uh, Knees, elbows, maybe forehead. You hit somebody right in the forehead. Someone grabs you, and you just freaking hit them with your forehead. That works as well. Whatever the hardest part, anything you can find that's hard, right? Even something as simple as a stick. Now, some people think that you need to have like a sword or you need to have some kind of something practical. That's what you need. So some people use maybe a knife. I think to me, a stick is less threatening than a knife, right? If you're pulling out some kind of my knife's in my car, but if you pull out some kind of a knife, right, to will someone, you kind of already look like the bad guy just to begin with. Um, so you can find sticks just about anywhere. I know I'm out in the middle of nowhere, so I could find there's like several sticks right over there, right? So that's pretty simple to find. Now, when it comes to protecting yourself, right, I could walk around, pick up a stick. If someone's coming right at me, you don't need to know anything complicated, right? Anything complicated, boom, right? And that's it, right? You don't need to know these elaborate, like a lot of people say, oh, you need to learn these elaborate katas. And what a kata is like some kind of a form for martial arts that people use, right? Like that. Some people do different kinds of methods. All that really is for, at least in my opinion, is to get yourself used to being comfortable using a stick, right? Or some kind of a sword or whatever it is that you're using. In this case, it sticks. The only reason why I practice something like this, right? That to me, I won't say it's useless, but all that really is for is just me making sure that I'm comfortable using something like this, right? So while it looks cool, some people say, "Oh, that's corny. You won't be able to use that to protect yourself." I beg to differ. I could use this stick and I could beat the crap out of somebody with a stick. I don't even need two sticks. Just throw the other stick away, right? Other stick's on the ground, right? Same position. My body is centered, my core facing you. I don't have to have any kind of elaborate stance, right? I can still protect myself, right? Right? And in that situation with a stick, what you don't want to do with a stick, if you ever have to protect yourself and you pick up a stick, one thing you never want to do, the one thing you never want to do, and I'll show you. This is what you never want to do. You don't want to do that. You lost control. Now that you see, if I'm swinging at you, look, now I'm completely open to whatever you have, blade. If I miss and you get out of the way, now I'm like this, right? And you can do whatever you want to me. So the only thing you have to remember with when using a stick to protect yourself is to hit them as quickly as possible, right? And you can still get just as much power. Watch. Here's over swinging, right? Here's, a quick love tap. I call it love tap, but it sure as hell hurts. Boom. See that? I get just as much power. Plus, guess what? I can also attack again. Right? I'm no expert, but you don't really need to be an expert. Some people think, oh man, you got to go to some karate class and learn how to use it. Now it'd be great, right? Like you go to some karate class and learn how to use sticks, which I did for a short period of time. And then after that, I started teaching myself how to you know, how to do simple attack moves. You don't really need to know that much. A lot of people think, and it's called Kali, by the way, Sinawali Kali. You know, people think you got to master these expert qualities. You don't need to, right? You don't need to. All you need to know is just a simple movement. Is when you're gonna hit somebody, boom, right? Because now, boom, right? It's really simple. Overswinging leaves you open, right? So I'm open to attack. So it's just as simple as, right? It's as simple as that. All the other stuff is cool. You know, you're out in the park with your kids and you know some stuff, and you want to practice and show off. That's cool, but it's not practical, and no one cares. Well, actually, some people do care, but you want to make sure that you know the basics of martial arts. Simple as that, right? I'm gonna show you guys to the side what I'm doing, right? So like that. So it's nothing elaborate, right? So someone's coming from over here, bam. The next thing you know, somebody, his buddy, is coming from this side, bam. All you do is just take a step, right? Another guy is coming from here, bam, right? And if you have two sticks, even more the better, right? Because when you pull this stick back, now, you know what I mean? You can use that stuff. Now that's just, you know, more of a kata style, but practically speaking, bam, hit somebody right in the forehead with that, knock them out, almost. At least have them reeling backwards, right? Keep your distance from you and them, right? Stick is the most practical. I think it's probably one of the best underrated weapons. No one really talks about. Everybody's always talking about, oh, I got my gun, I got my 12-inch blade. You don't really be walking around in public with those things. You're gonna look threatening. You're gonna make yourself more of a target with a gun or a giant blade. Um, a stick to me is less threatening. I can hide it as well. Like if I'm, and no one's gonna really be doing this, but very easy to hide. You can't even see what I have for the most part. Um, and then I can whip it up, you know. But honestly, very practical weapon. That's all I got for you guys today. Go out there and get some fresh air, practice, know how to defend your family.